What's up, everybody? Trader, and I'm coming at you today with a One Piece chapter 1020 review, and a pretty decent chapter this week. Not I wouldn't say it's as good as his previous chapters over the past couple weeks, but this one was pretty good. This one we get the reveal that Yamato's fruit is a dog fruit, and it's basically the deity that protected Wano back in the day, which is really interesting. I wonder if we're gonna get a backstory with that, or see who had that fruit back in the day, who was protecting Wano back in the day as a guardian deity and all that. And basically, Kaido gave Yamato that fruit so Yamato can take over Wano and, watch over it for him. You know what I mean? While Kaido goes off and does Kaido things, basically. And of course, Yamato denied. No, Yamato doesn't want any part of that at all. Nothing to do with that. He wants to move on. Yamato wants to move on and go with Straw Hats and travel the world. You know what I mean? And basically be the Odin to Luffy, how Odin was to Roger back in the day. You know, traveling the sea and all that stuff. So they do a couple attacks to each other, and bantering back and forth, and it ends there with both of them doing like a blast breath attack. You know, and from there we cut to Robin versus Black Maria, which I'm really happy that Nico Robin's getting a fight in this arc. It's been a while since Nico Robin has had like a real battle, and I'm really happy to see her, get a little bit of character development. Hopefully, maybe in this fight she will, learn some hockey or something, or at least armament, because I can imagine Nico Robin with armament hockey with her that with her devil fruit power, with the hands and everything and slapping everybody around and all that stuff. But it can be really effective, really effective. I'm hoping at some point she gets hockey or at least armament. I think it'll help her a lot. So like we started off with the battle here against Nico Black Maria, and of course we see Clover and we see Nico Robin's bomb and all that stuff, and of course this is some trap by Black Maria, obviously, and of course Saul shows up. Memory started to come back, and it looks like she's being fooled by this, and of course Brooke's like, hey, stop. Don't fall for this. You know what I mean? This is a trap. This is a trick. Don't do it. um so she continues to walk forward towards them, and of course Robin didn't fall for it. She was acting like she fell for it, and basically used her Desmano attack and like got rid of the people that were posing as those people, which by the way, very underhanded. That's really messed up. Why would you, but these are bad guys, right? This is what they're supposed to do. That's really dark to do something like that. But anyway, so then from there, Robin, Black Maria shows up, and she starts doing some attacks, and Nico Robin and Brooke start running, and of course, Brooke was surprised that Nico Robin didn't fall for any of that stuff, and Robin was like, they were my friends, but you know what? At some point, you gotta move on, and I can't fall for things like that, especially now that you're in a new world. You gotta be pretty tough to be in the new world. You know what I mean? So, and then Brooke, he was talking about his experiences, going through 50 years of, thinking about his crewmates being gone and all that stuff. And that kind of things, those kind of stuff. If someone were to make an illusion of his crew, wouldn't affect him anymore. You know what I mean? That's the point where he's gotten over it. So of course, Brooke and Robin, like they're saying they have a lot in common when it comes to something like that. So that's pretty cool. So then and then Black Maria does her attack with the one Yudo, the staff thing that Black Maria has, and of course there's like a living head on it or something. You know, it is what it is. I don't know what it is. It looks like a weird head, and it's talking or whatever the case may be. It seems like as a dog, Brooke recognizes that it's a living thing, so he's able to do his soul attack or whatever the case may be, and do some damage to the weapon, so that way he can slow down Black Maria a little bit. Um, and you know, so she goes off and does that, and Black Maria does her attack, and from there, of course, Black Maria just has, she's like, there's no way you're gonna beat Kaido, right? Her faith in Kaido's like through the roof, which it should be, right? Kaido's been putting a lot of work in this arc, and how he's been doing with Luffy and all that. Like, she has all the right in the world to have that much confidence in Kaido. So from there, yeah, She doesn't attack. Nico Robin gets Brooke out of there, and of course that's when Robin recognizes that the attack is alive. I mean that the weapon is alive, and from there he does a cold soul, and I believe he just like goes through the weapon and basically freezes it. You know what I mean? And like gets it off, so it weakens the weapon a little bit, which is really really good. Um, of course, Black Maria is something to give up and just like stop this or whatnot. And of course, we get into Black Maria mentioning just how important Nico Robin is, to this whole entire thing. I mean, Nico Robin can read the poneglyphs. Okay. So she's an important asset for every pirate crew ever, in the New World. And, my Black Maria re echoes that. You know what I mean? And saying how important she is, and they don't want to kill. They want her alive. You know what I mean? They want to capture her alive and give her to Kaido and read the poneglyphs, and then basically become Pirate King. Um, so she reassures that, and again, it goes into Nico Robin's importance going forward in the story too. Like, I mean, there's been theories out there that Blackbeard will end up stealing Nico Robin and having her read the poneglyphs and all that stuff. And then that's how basically they're gonna chase after Nico again, the Strahd crew, and try to get her back. While Blackbeard is gonna be using her to try to read those poneglyphs and stuff. So there's a lot of theories out there with where Nico Robin's going in the story. But she's very important. She's a very important character in this series. Um, so that's good to hear. Of course, you get reminded by Black Maria, and it's true. And then from here, of course, Black Maria's making fun of Sanji for calling out to her. And, for me, Sanji calling out for Nico Robin, I'm like, oh, really again? Right? Not again, but you know what I mean? Like, they're treating Sanji like this, because Sanji doesn't fight women or anything like that. So he's not going to fight a woman ever. Um, and of course, she makes fun of that. And of course, Nico Robin's not offended by it. She's flattered because the fact that Sanji needed her it just made her feel good, right? And it's like anything, it's a teammate. You know what I mean? Like the fact that Sanji can rely on Nico Robin to come by and take care of this. Again, knowing the fact that how important Nico Robin is. If you lose Nico Robin, who could be the poneglyphs, oof, it's huge, right? I mean that it could turn the race to be the Pirate King in a lot of pirate crews' favors. Um, so the fact that Sanji can depend on her to do that, to take on this character, it shows a lot what Sanji thinks of Nico Robin, as a teammate, as a crewmate, and the fact that she can handle herself, and that's really good. And that's what Nico Robin's is trying to drive home with that she's just, it makes her happy, and it should. So then from here, Nico Robin does her Gigante Fleur attack. We don't see what happens here, so I think next chapter we'll see this battle, finishing up, and then we can get to another battle, and then from there we can get to the climax of this arc. Because then we get to the next part, and of course, Momonosuke runs into Luffy. Luffy's on an island somewhere, basically just trying to eat meat and recover. And everybody like, dude, we don't have any more food, dude. Like, so they have to find some more food. And at the end of this, of course, Kinemon. I mean, I'm sorry, Momonosuke is telling them about Kinemon and Kiku and what happened, and it looks like they're dead. We don't know yet, right? I mean, this is One Piece, so the fact that we think they're dead, they're probably not dead, but I'm hoping they are, because I think that would be it was a really good send off for them. If they died right then and there, I think it would have been a really good send off for them at the end of this arc. We'll have like a tribute to those characters, and what they did for Wano, right? I think that'd be really nice and it'd be really cool. I think it'd be a great way to end the arc, but we'll see. I don't know if Oda's going to keep them dead, right? We got to find that out. And I hope he does. I honestly hope he does, because I think it would be a great, 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 great death for Kinemon and Kiku and all that. And at the end you just celebrate it. You know what I mean? So anyways, so at the end here, because there's been a lot of thoughts on how Luffy's gonna get back, and I think everybody in the community's kind of agreed that it's gonna be Momo that gets him back. It's gonna transform into a dragon and get him there. And at the end here, of course, Luffy says, Momo, I need you to take me back here. Turn into a dragon and fly up there and get me there. So this is going to be Momonosuke's like power up. He's going to turn into the giant dragon, just like how Kaido did, right? And then get him onto Onagashima, and then to finish the battle between him and Kaido. And I think that's how the arc will end. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see another dragon similar to Kaido. Um, just going up to Onagashima and then Luffy just landing on there ready to take on this monster and just ready to whoop his ass again. I don't know if, and the other thing is too, who knows what, I don't know how he's gonna beat Kaido. There has to be something that has to happen to Kaido against Yamato. You know what I mean? Like a devastating blow or something to slow down Kaido so Luffy can do his job and finish it. Um, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how Oda handles this. I believe in him. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm liking where the story's going. I mean, it's kind of going as expected, how we thought, especially with Momo flying him up there. I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that too. I did as well. Oh, and in this one we see Caribou. I don't know what role he's gonna play in this. He's hiding behind the scenes, looking at Straw Hat. Maybe he's gonna give um Luffy some more food or something. I don't know what role Caribou's gonna play. I can't think of anything right now. I forgot what his devil fruit does too, but who knows, right? We got to throw him back in the. I'd be happy if they didn't bring him back in the arc ever again. Um, but whatever, it is what it is. So Caribou's back in the started too, so that's interesting as well. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. That's my review of chapter One Piece, chapter 1020. Please do me a favor, do me down below, comment, like, dislike the video. Let me know what you think of your thoughts on this video on One Piece chapter 1020. What are your thoughts on Nico Robin and just being reminded how important she is in the story? Her battle with Black Maria so far. What do you think of it so far? Do you like the fact that Nico Robin's finally getting some shine? I do. I mean, I think it's about time. She hasn't been in a battle in a really long time. So I'm happy that she's getting some shine here. And then Yamato versus Kaido so far, I mean, looks really interesting in the fact that Yamato has the dog fruit, and basically that fruit was the guardian deity of Wano back in the day. So I wonder who had that fruit previously and who was the one guarding Wano back in the day. That's an interesting thing. And just overall, the chapter, what are your thoughts on it? I think it was a pretty decent chapter. I think next week's going to be really good. I think next week's going to hit really well. This week just was like, I just thought it was an okay chapter. It was a serviceable chapter. It moved things forward. And we're getting towards the climax of the arc. That's what I think this chapter did. I mean, it did it, and it did it really well. It just wasn't like, the past couple of weeks with everything, with the sun god and all this other kind of stuff. Like, this is, this is a chapter, like, I feel like Oda was just taking a little, let's take a little break from the exciting stuff. Let's move the story along a little quicker, and then next week, and then from here on, we're gonna hit. So that's what I think is happening. Anyways, guys, like I said, subscribe down below, like, dislike my video, comment. I will have more One Piece content, and that's it. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care.